Hello and welcome to this week's readings for each astrological sign. It is the week of August 8th and this video is part 2, so we will have Libra to Pisces in this video. If you're looking for the other signs, be sure to check out part 1, which is posted on my channel as well. So let's get right into it with Libra. If you love what I do, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. You can even donate. I have a bunch of info in the description below. So let's get right into it. Like I was saying in part 1, if you didn't see it, we do have a full moon this week. We have a ton of planets squaring, and Chiron is retrograde till the end of the year. So it's gonna be kind of a week of friction. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just see. Let's see what comes up. And let's see what Libra needs to know this week, what guidance they need from Spirit, what messages for little Libra. All right, we have mental conflict, okay. Positive movement forward, and patience and planning. This is very interesting. Mental conflict, I'm wondering. So Libra, the mental conflict I'm seeing is more relational, and then the movement forward is more so like career, home life, stuff like that. So I don't know if there's someone that you've been having issues with. This could be a significant other or someone you've been dating, just someone you've been trying to be intimate with and going back and forth about like really what this person's role is supposed to be in your life and why you maybe had to endure certain lessons with them. And just like how much attention you really want to give to them. People pleasing is coming up right away. So I don't know if like you feel in debt to this person or like you're supposed to show up in a particular way for them, but like that's gotta go. Really ask yourself if like this person or situation would have no emotional reaction, no feelings hurt, no consequences whatsoever. What would you do? Like literally if nothing responded, what would you do? Because that's what you need to do. Positive movement forward. So I feel like moving away from this attachment is definitely coming up, but also like you're definitely nourishing your home space a lot and making a lot of moves to like solidify yourself in your career and in the world around you. And kind of just waiting to feel fully settled in that, which is why like patience and planning is here. Like you've taken a lot of steps to do so and you're still like, why do I not have necessarily this feeling of being secure or like all the security in the relationships that I really want? Like I'm doing all the work, I'm trying, to like be proactive and make these changes, and maybe they're not coming to fruition really fast. And Spirit is like, trust, like have faith that these things aren't just like being done for nothing, right? Like timing is important, and that bit of faith is almost like a test, right? Can you really lean into the uncertainty? Can you really trust that the things you're doing are helpful, even when it's just like planting a seed and waiting for it to grow? Like you can't keep digging up the damn dirt. You gotta let it grow, let it happen, Libra. But I feel like you're really questioning certain relationships you have in your life and like why they're there, like why you're being put through these challenges and maybe tests. And I don't know if there's infidelity for some of you, or yeah, it's interesting. So next up we have Scorpio. Let's see what Scorpio needs this week for guidance. What does Spirit need to tell Scorpio this week? Let us see. Oh, disruption card. I try not to react when I pull this card, but I always fucking get that. So don't stress if it's you. Wisdom card. Okay, well, are we all just learning a lot this week? Truth, Scorpio. What the hell? Okay. Disruption card is our falling tower card. So your foundation crumbling and it's going to build anew. I mean, people always freak out about this card because it's just like everything being like kind of ripped out from under you and like suddenly changing, and it's uncomfortable and it stirs up a lot in our root chakra, and it stirs up any feelings of scarcity and us, anything we have around safety, any unresolved root chakra issues in general. So I am seeing a lot change for you, maybe like breakups this week, kind of a roommate moving out, or you moving away from someone that you've lived with. I am seeing a lot of change for you this week, Scorpio. And I feel like your mental health is like not the best that it's been. Things are definitely heavy for you, and you're like really looking for a support system. I feel like you have a support system, and maybe they're not like physically close by, so that's kind of a challenge for you, while like some of these physical relationships that are close by are falling apart. So you're really looking for more connection, touch, intimacy right now. In the wisdom card, again, this is like, be mindful of any new teachers that come up for you or new connections. Be open to synchronicities. Be open to new things that you keep seeing and hearing and are drawn to. You know, you're grieving. Yes, you're upset. Yes, if there's any bit of you that is still curious and open to take the plunge and go after something that you feel drawn to. Our truth card too really asks us to be honest with ourselves about like if things were really working. Like Spirit is saying, was that really what you thought you were meant to like be and do and be with forever, right? Like you kind of needed a particular change. And maybe like how some of your actions and the way that you've shown up have co-created this dynamic, right? So it's definitely like kind of a crazy week for a Scorpio. Isn't that nice? You got this, Scorp. Hit up your peeps, even if they're like not close by. It's okay. People can still love you from a distance. Trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. You can still get that support. Maybe get like your physical touch from like massage or something right now in the meantime. Anyways, let's move on to Sagittarius. Let's see what our Sagittarius needs to know for this week. Okay, Sag. We got obstacles and challenges. Victory and success. Shadow card. What? This week is like not the most optimistic for everybody. So obstacles and challenges. Sag. This is interesting. I feel like this victory and success I want to put at the end. So you've been like going through it. I don't know if this is like, I'm hearing like baby daddy, long-term relationship. That was so aggressive. Long-term relationship. I'm hearing like staying out of comfort. I'm seeing like just shut down, like no vocalizing. So I don't know if that's you or this person you're in a dynamic with. Taurus is coming up. Also Cancer is coming up for me. So I don't know if there's like there's a throat chakra blockage here for one of you, but it's definitely caused obstacles, like things have been left unsaid. And there's not this like really genuine, like deep connection anymore. And it's just hard to continue to try to like pull that out. So with the shadow card too, it's like taking a look at the things about ourselves that we're not fully accepting and trying to integrate them into our being, knowing that we're human, knowing that nobody's fucking perfect and you never will be in this lifetime. Let's be real. Looking at the things we judge in other people because we probably judge them in ourselves. That's going to help you a lot to kind of move through this conflict. I don't know, some of you, if you'll be staying in this dynamic or relationship, some of you might be moving away. But the shadow work will be necessary to cultivate acceptance through this, okay? So really make sure that you are trying to do the work, trying to carve out space to better understand yourself and better understand that like people just are how they are, right? We can't force them to change. You can't drain yourself making them change. It's just not going to work. I feel like you will have success in cultivating this acceptance, not changing this person, but the acceptance around just like, it is what it is, right? Like all you can do is be you and be supportive to other people. But like draining keeps coming up. You are draining yourself on this relationship. whoever the hell it is. This could be like not even romantic. Some of you, it could be your mom. It could be whoever the fuck. You know, I mean, whoever you're thinking of right when I'm talking about this is who it is. So don't overthink it. All right. Next up, we have Capricorn. Let's see what Spirit has for Capricorn this week. What guidance they may need. I'm having some shuffle issues, Cap. Cap, what's going on? You're a little rigid today. Let's do one more. Loosen you up. All right, Capricorn. What do we need to know for Capricorn? I'm just like making a lot of weird mouth things. Mental conflict. What? I don't know. I don't like this one this week. New beginnings. Material and spiritual prosperity. Okay, Cap. I don't know if we got new beginnings last week, but Cap, I've been feeling like this shift in like a little bit of opening up for you. Mental conflict. This I'm kind of seeing not knowing which way to go in a dynamic you've had with somebody. I feel like a person from the past is coming up for you, whether they're coming physically into your space and existence or mentally been on your mind in your dreamscape. I'm seeing this being like a female energy. So yeah, you're really in your head about this. Like, do I say X, Y, Z? Do I let it go? Do I extend an olive branch? Like, what do I really want? And Spirit is like, you know, make sure you're acting genuinely to yourself, right? Make sure you're not just like reaching out to keep the peace or whatever. Like, if it's on your mind, you're getting a clear message, definitely go with it. But get clear about what it is that you want. You're so in your head, like chill the fuck out and try to like meditate or get back into your body and see what it is that feels good and right to you. And don't worry about like the fears and the what ifs as much. Like, if you're like thinking about talking or reaching out to somebody and the thing holding you back, it's like, oh, they're going to react XYZ. I mean, you can't control how people react. And if they do react in a negative way, like, isn't that also giving you an answer? I don't know. So, new beginnings. I like this. I feel like once you can kind of figure out how to move through this blockage and face the things that you're fearful about, you will like open this new part of yourself where instead of like always being in your head about how something is going to go, you are more open to the idea that like you don't know everything and you don't know every perspective and how people feel and how they exist in the world. So that it could be so many possibilities, right? Everything we like make a story about is about our past, Cap. And I feel like that's what you're doing right now. You're like making this story about what's happening based on past experiences. And it's like, I'm hearing it's like not the reality. And then material and spiritual prosperity. This is great. I'm seeing you just surrounded by love and success. Just like feeling good about yourself as you like move through this hurdle. So I definitely see some challenge coming up for you this week, but it is completely necessary to kind of bring you to the next level. All right, Cappies. Oh, I use my boobs. Maybe I've been doing it the whole time, but I have no fucking idea. Anyways, next up we have Aquarius. Aquarius, what do we need to know? Spirit, what do we have in store for Aquarius this week? What guidance do they need? What messages? Okay. Patience and planning. Temptation. Emotional loss. Okay. Aquarius. All right. Patience and planning. That I'm seeing to do with work. Kind of wanting to make a change, wanting to do things differently, not feeling like incredibly fulfilled from your job. Not that you're out here being like, I need to save the world, and some of you are because you're an Aquarius and you care very much about the collective's well-being and wrongdoings. But I feel like what you're doing now doesn't even like remotely touch on that. Like, you're like, what the fuck is this bringing to my life. So maybe kind of looking at different avenues and researching different avenues and trying to figure out what, you know, might be more aligned for you. But there's all this other kind of stuff distracting you. So just know that like that's not going to become clear this week, okay? So the emotional loss, this, I have the freaking chills right now. So this, I'm seeing for some of us is literal death, and for others it is old ass wounds coming up. Okay, so a loss of someone, a betrayal from someone we never thought would betray us, someone walking away we never thought would walk away. None of that's happening right now, but the feelings around that situation are coming up. So this could be something that happened in the past 2 years, I'm sensing. Even as far back as like 2019, like some severance or betrayal or just thing falling apart, like person who has done you wrong, and a lot of feelings are coming up for you. So I don't know if you've like reconnected with this person or just something in your current life is kind of triggering a similar emotion or dynamic for you, but you got to get clear about what it is, because you know, I feel like this week you're going to try to do everything you can to just be like, oh, fuck it, it is what it is, but it's really not. Like, it's definitely emotional for you and holding you back. And I feel so much anger, Aquarius. Like, I feel like you're saying it is what it is, but there's so much anger there. You're like, why did they do this? Why did they walk away? Why did they betray me? Why did they treat me like this? Like, whatever it is, you have anger there, and it needs to be expressed in some sort of outlet, because on the outside you're saying it's fine, but it's like, it's not. I mean, this is like a big fucking deal, and it's okay to be upset about it. It's okay if you need to reach out to people. It's okay if you are looking for somebody to hold space in any capacity. Like, this is definitely what's holding you back from like leading a more fulfilling life and finding something that's more fulfilling work-wise, mission-wise. So, you know, let yourself go through the emotions this week. Like I said, I wouldn't focus on like making a bunch of changes in like career or anything like that. And kind of just focus on like what's in front of you. I feel like when emotions come up, especially with signs like Aquarius that are not as like outwardly emotional, you're apt to kind of just like put them in the back burner and be like, I'll deal with it later. But like this is your later. This is today. This is this week. Okay. And last but not least, we have Pisces. Let's see what we have for Pisces this week, what messages Spirit has, what guidance Pisces may need. Okay, Pisces. Triumph, beautiful. Bruh, what is going on? What is going on? Temptation, nerve, heart, okay. Pisces. I feel like you have a lot of good stuff going on. And you're not really like fully accepting it happening to you. Like, you're not letting the joy in, you're not letting the love in, you're not letting the support in. You're kind of distracting yourself from these really big feelings of self-worth. Like, do I feel worthy enough to accept this sort of love? Like, why is my heart closed off? Like, where have people let me down before, and I'm worried that's going to happen again, Pisces. Or you're worried that's going to happen again. I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying this is an unresolved wound that you do have. So be really mindful this week of how you are distracting yourself, how you are disassociating and not dealing with these feelings, because the feelings will still be there. They will come up as chronic illness or ailments if we do not deal with them. So really make sure you're not ignoring those things. I feel like this has kind of been a pattern for you. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's kind of been a pattern for you lately. Anyways, like you've had all these like great positive like new changes and new cycles coming for you. I'm seeing like love come up, like babies, you know, just these new chapters of your life. And then like this big part of you is like still held back in what was. So let yourself grieve this week. It's going to do a lot of heart opening for you. And I mean, the Triumph card, like, this is not your destiny forever. I feel like this month you're going to do so much shifting and releasing and accepting of your new timeline And knowing that, like, just because the shoe has dropped doesn't mean the shoe is always going to drop. Just because things were shitty doesn't mean they're always going to be shitty. Just because people let you down, they're not always going to let you down, Pisces. So really be open to that. Open to letting yourself love again, and like ask yourself really what's the alternative, right? Like, I could get in this relationship or I could love this person fully and they could let you down. But what if they don't? And what if you literally even let yourself like love like that again? Is that better? It's not better. It feels like it's keeping you safe, but you're like so close to letting that shit go. It's not even funny. Anyways, so that was this week's reading, and I hope that you all enjoyed it a lot. If you like my work, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, all the above, donate, whatever you want. I also do one-on-one readings and personal tarot readings as well. If you want more info on that, check my description below. I have a ton of info on Instagram as well as my website link. Otherwise, I will see you next week. Hope you have a great week and see you soon.